So the home assignment for you, okay, this example because asked in the net December 2012. So you are supposed to calculate the electrostatic field in the region number first and region number second, okay. So we'll be doing it later on, okay. So concentrate on this now. Wait a moment. The example is like this. Example dekh lo beta. It has been copy pasted from Dave Griffith, okay. So the example is like this. Calculate electrostatic field due to uniformly charged thick spherical shell. Right? Thick spherical shell implies that it has a cavity at the center point, okay, and then it has some inner radius and the outer radius, and then we are supposed to calculate the electrostatic field, okay. So let's try to calculate the electrostatic field. Okay, so concentrate here. अब ध्यान रखो बेटा. The exam problem is like this. This is spherical. This is a uniformly charged spherical shell. Like this it is. This is a uniformly charged spherical shell. Fine. Okay. And hence here it's uniformly charged. Here it's uniformly charged. Okay. Suppose the charge that is given to you it's equal to Q. Fine. And the inner radius is given to you that's equal to A. And the outer radius of the spherical shell that is given to you it's equal to B. And we are supposed to calculate the electrostatic field, okay, in the three different regions. This region number first, this region number second, and then this region number third. Okay, so we are supposed to calculate electrostatic field in the three different regions. Fine. Okay, so A part is that let's calculate the electrostatic field in this region that small r is less than A. That in the region number first. We have to calculate the electrostatic field in the region number first, which is small r less than A. Fine. Now since there is no charge which is inside, okay, so if you assume a Gaussian surface here, the charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface will be equal to 0, and hence the electrostatic field will be simply equal to 0. So small r less than A, electrostatic field is simply equal to 0. Fine. Then there is B. Okay. Now concentrate here. B is like this. For example, in the region number 3, that R is greater than B. Let's calculate here. Okay. So R is greater than B. R is greater than B implies that in the region number 3. Okay. We want to calculate electrostatic field in the region number 3. Suppose at this point. Fine. I will imagine Gaussian surface. The charge enclosed the Gaussian surface will be simply equal to Q. Okay. So the electrostatic field will be simply same as that of the point charge, which will be equal to K multiplied by Q divided by R square. Simply like this. And in vector form, you can write down like this, R cap and here vector. Okay, so this is the electrostatic field outside. Fine. Then there is C part that's in the region number second. That is when R is less than B but greater than A. So we want to calculate electrostatic field somewhere here. Fine. Somewhere here at this point. At this point, okay. So easily you can calculate what the electrostatic field in the region number first, that is 0, obviously 0. In the region number third, the electrostatic field will be simply equal to Kq by R square because the total charge enclosed will be equal to Q. So electrostatic field outside will be same as the point charge, which is equal to Kq by R square. Okay, where R is the distance, radial distance of the point of interest from the center of the section. Fine. Now we want to calculate electrostatic field at this point. Okay, if we want to calculate electrostatic field at this point, okay, so we'll imagine a Gaussian surface. So this is the Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface here, this red line, and then the charge enclosed is this. Electrostatic field at this point P will be because of this. It will be because of this. Okay. So using Gauss law, we can calculate the electrostatic field at this point. Okay. So have a look how we calculate the electrostatic field. I will use here Gauss law, and that's like this: integration of E dot dA. Integration of E dot dA will be equal to what? That is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Okay, simply this integration of E dot dA will be equal to E multiplied with surface area of Gaussian sector. And how much is that? That's equal to 4 pi R square. E multiplied with 4 pi R square. And that will be in turn equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. So here I am going to write it. It is here 1 by epsilon naught multiplied by Q enclosed के बदले हम ये लिख सकते हैं बेटा integration of rho multiplied by d top or dv. Fine. Or you can calculate other way around as well. Since rho is constant, so you can define it like this as well. There's one more way, and that's like this. This rho can be defined like this as well. Q turn equal Q enclosed by V enclosed. But this equation is true only if this equation is true only if rho is constant. Otherwise, in general, this equation is not true. But this always true, whether this rho is constant or it's not constant. If it's constant, you can simply pull it out. Okay. So here we are. So this electrostatic field E into this here 4 pi R square. Okay, then it will be into equal to this constant here. So this will be here rho divided by epsilon naught. Fine, rho divided by epsilon naught. Now this d tau, it is the spherical volume element, which is obviously equal to 4 pi r square dr. 4 pi r square dr. अब देखो बेटा limits of integration. So limits of integration will vary from a to r, isn't it? Because the reason is this: from a to r there is charge, and because of that charge there will be electrostatic field at the point T. Okay, so the limits of integration will be here from, they'll be going from a to r. Fine. Okay, then what we have is this here electrostatic field multiplied with this. I can write it like this, 4 pi r square. Fine. Then here I will write it like this, rho divided by epsilon naught. Let me write it as such, rho divided by epsilon naught. Fine. Then here will be what? This will be here 4 pi r square. Integration of r square will be equal to r cube divided by 3. So here I am going to write it r cube divided by 3. And then the lower limit is a and upper limit is r. Okay. Then I will write like this. This 4 pi will cancel. Okay. So the electrostatic field multiplied by r square. Electrostatic field multiplied by r square will be in turn equal to this. It will be in turn equal to what? That will be equal to rho divided by epsilon naught. So here I am going to write it. It's equal to, wait a moment. Okay, so electrostatic field here will be equal to this here 4 pi and 4 pi will cancel. So here it is rho divided by 3 epsilon naught. Fine. So here I will write down rho divided by 3 epsilon naught. Okay, great, perfect. So यहाँ क्या आएगा बेटा? This 4 pi is going to cancel. So 3 here. Then lower limit minus upper limit. So here I will write down this here r cube minus a cube. R cube minus a cube. Okay. Then electrostatic field finally will be equal to this. It will be equal to rho divided by 3 epsilon naught multiplied by r square multiplied by r cube minus a cube. So this is the answer. Okay, this is the electrostatic field. Okay, so this in terms of rho, if rho is given to you, then this is the answer. And in case rho is not given to you, you can replace this rho by this rho is equal to charge per unit volume. So it will be equal to what is the total charge on this spherical shell, that is equal to q, isn't it? Divided by volume. Okay, now volume will not be equal to 4 by 3 pi a cube or 4 by 3 pi b cube. That will be rather the charge, it exists from a to b. Okay, so there is no charge from 0 to a. There exists charge only between small r equal to a to small r equal to b. So volume के बदले में यहाँ क्या लिखूंगा बेटा? I will write down here 4 divided by 3 pi into b cube minus a cube. B cube minus a cube. Okay, then safely you can substitute this equation here, and you will have one more equation here. Okay, so this is the electrostatic field. Okay, so we have calculated the electrostatic field in all the three different regions. Okay, so this is the electrostatic field in the region number 2nd. The region number 1st electrostatic field is simply equal to 0. Then the region number 3rd, the electrostatic field is same as the point charge. Okay, now let's plot the graph here. Let's plot the graph of electrostatic field versus r. Okay, so here we are. So we are supposed to calculate what? We are supposed to plot the graph as well. Okay, so let me plot the graph here. Okay, so here I will write down here an important point, that is this: plot E versus R graph. Plot E versus R graph. E versus R graph. Plot E versus R graph. Okay, in the three different regions. Okay, so along the vertical direction, I will take the electrostatic field like this. Along the vertical axis, and along the horizontal axis, I will take R radial distance. So this here electrostatic field. Then there are three different regions. This here, this R equal to 0, the center point. Then here is, this is one region. This here R equal to A. Then here it is another, that's R equal to B. Fine. Now obviously electrostatic field in this region, that is from R equal to 0 to R equal to A, is 0. So electrostatic field in this region is equal to 0. Okay. Then what about this? This is the electrostatic field. Now you see, in the numerator there's r cube minus a cube. In the denominator there's r square. So obviously this term is dominant compared to the denominator. So that means it must increase. Electrostatic field has to increase with the radial distance. So it will obviously increase, and it will not increase linearly. It is like this, somehow like this. Okay. And there's a method to plot this curve. What you can do is this: you have calculated electrostatic field between A and B. Now you can take some intermediate values between A and B, and then calculate the electrostatic field at this point, at this point, at this point, then calculate their derivatives. Okay, you will see that derivatives are going to decrease with the time. The slope is going to decrease with the time. And then if you calculate electrostatic field just at the point B and then differentiate it, okay, you will see that it comes out with 0, implies that the electrostatic field here is maximum. Okay, so this is the graph. Okay, what I want to say is that this is the graph. Right? Then in the region number 2, the electrostatic field is same as the point charge is proportional 1 divided by r square, means that the graph has to be rectangular hyperbola. Moreover, what you can do is this point is called as point of discontinuity. The reason is that just before this, the behavior of the graph is 1, and just after this the behavior of the graph entirely changed. Okay, so this is called point of discontinuity, and here this electrostatic field here is proportional to 1 divided by r square. Okay, and in this region electrostatic field is proportional to something like this, r cube minus a cube divided by r square, something like this. Rest is constant. Okay, it's proportional to this, and here electrostatic field is obviously equal to 0 in the inside region. Okay, the reason is that there is no charge inside. Okay, so we are done with this example, and this example I simply got based it from the Dave diagram, and you can safely expect that such a question can be asked in the competitive exam. Okay, now let's switch to the another question. This will be another question. There's one more question, and that's asked in year 2005. So let's work it out. It's like this: a solid sphere is there of radius capital R. There is a uniform volume charge density rho. The magnitude of the electric field inside the sphere at a distance small r from the center is. We already done this problem, isn't it? We already done this. Okay, so let me revise it a bit quickly. So this is, for example, here we have what rho is given to you, isn't it? So let me write down here the electrostatic field. Okay, quickly. So concentrate here. Okay, so this is solid sphere here. First of all, this is solid sphere. Okay, so this is solid sphere. Now that means the charge will reside inside as well. Okay, when it says solid, it implies it's insulating solid. Okay, so that the charge is inside as well. Fine. Okay, it is given to you that the charge density is rho. Now we are supposed to calculate electrostatic field inside as well as outside. So electrostatic field outside will be same as the point charge, isn't it? That will be equal to k q divided by r square, or in terms of rho, it will be something like this. It will be something like this. It will be equal to, outside it is this, so it is equal to rho divided by 3 epsilon naught, rho divided by 3 epsilon naught multiplied by, here I will write down r square, and here I am going to write down with r cube. So this is the electrostatic field. Okay, this is the electrostatic field. This or this, and this is true when small r is greater than capital R, and this is also true when small r is greater than capital R. Okay? And then inside you can safely calculate by taking care of the dimensions. Okay, the equation must be dimensionally correct. Okay? So electrostatic field inside will be something like this. Inside it is directly proportional R. At center point it is 0. As you go from center to the surface, the electrostatic field increases and increases linearly. So it will be something like this: k cube multiplied by small r divided by what? Divided by r cube. Okay, divided by r cube. So that this equation is dimensionally correct. यहाँ पर है k cube, यहाँ भी है k cube. Then here it's dimensions 1 by r square has dimensions of what? 1 by L2. So r divided by r cube has the dimensions of 1 by L2. Fine. And this is also equal to what you can write here is this rho. So यहाँ मैं लिखूंगा बेटा r divided with 3 epsilon naught simply. Because you see what are the dimensions of r cube divided by r square? That's the dimension. Its dimensions are L1. And what's the dimension of r? That's simply L1. Okay, so these are some typical points by which you can memorize equation, or by which what you can do is this. Maybe आपको क्या आ सकता है? For example, suppose that there's a question like this: calculate the quantum mechanics question, calculate the angular momentum of any particle. Suppose you don't know an iota about the angular momentum. You don't know anything about the angular momentum. Okay, but what you can do is this. You can see four different options must be given to you, isn't it? Okay, what you can do is that you can go for the dimensional analysis. You can calculate the dimensional formula of the option number A, option number B, option number C, option number D. Then luckily you may find that the dimensional formula of only one of the options same as the angular momentum. So in that case, you can give tick to that. So dimensional analysis is highly important. And moreover, boundary conditions. I can give a separate lecture on that, how to make use of the boundary conditions without having the knowledge of physics. You can make use of the dimensional analysis and the boundary condition, and then from there you can operate the problem as well. Okay, you will see it in the classical method. It's applying everywhere. Okay, so we are done with this example. So you are supposed to calculate what electrostatic field at a distance r from center. So that means both inside as well as outside. So we are done with that. So this is the electrostatic field, and this is true when small r is less than capital R. So we have calculated electrostatic field inside as well as outside. Okay, so done with this problem. Okay. Question number 3 is there. Okay, question number 3, an important problem. Okay, asked in just 2017. Let me work it out. अच्छी तरह से यहाँ ध्यान रखना बेटा. Okay, so concentrate. Okay, so the question is like this. Question number 3 is like this: sphere of inner radius 1 centimeter. Okay, fine. And outer radius 2 centimeters. Great. Centered at the origin has a volume charge density that is given to you. It's like this: rho naught is equal to k divided by 4 pi r. That it is a function of r. Where k is a constant, r is radial distance. Great. A point charge of magnitude 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb is placed at the origin. Okay, it's placed at the origin. For what value of k is the electric field inside the shell constant? Is the electric field inside the shell constant. Okay, so what we can do is this. यहाँ ध्यान रखो बेटा. First of all, it's a spherical shell. Inner radius, outer radius is given to you. Great. So let me first of all make a diagram. What I will start with is that I will construct a diagram like this. Okay, so it's like this. अच्छी तरह से यहाँ ध्यान रखना. It's like this. Okay, so this is the diagram. Then what's given to you is that यहाँ ध्यान रखो बेटा. Number one is that the charge density is somewhere here. So this is a positive charge density. Okay, great, perfect. Then there's a point charge at the center. You see clearly. Okay, this is the inner radius which is equal to A, and this is the outer radius which is equal to B. And the parameter that are given to you, I'm going to write it here. Okay, so A is given to you. What is A? 1 centimeter. So here I will write down it's equal to 1 centimeter. B is how much? That's equal to 2 centimeters. Great, perfect. And then here we have this rho is given to you, the charge density here, that is rho. Okay, so it is given to you rho. It is how much? It is equal to K divided by 4 pi r. Why this K is a constant and r is the radial distance. Fine, great. Then what's given is this a point charge of magnitude 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. So at the center point there is a charge. There's a point at the center point. There's a charge, point charge, and how much? What is the value of that? तो यहाँ पर एक पॉइंट चार्ज है बेटा, that's equal to q. So this q is given to you. It's equal to 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. Great, perfect. Then what is the question now? For what value of k is the electrostatic field inside the shell constant? Okay, so you are supposed to calculate what? We'll have to calculate what is the value of k, so that the electrostatic field somewhere in between this, okay, between A and B is equal to constant. Is constant in what region? In the shell, that is in R less than B greater than A. In this region, you will have to calculate what's the value of K, so that the electrostatic field is constant. Okay. Any idea? कोई idea है आपके पास how to crack this problem? It is asked in just 2017. Is there any idea you have how to crack this problem? बोलो बेटा, कोई आइडिया है आपके पास, so that we can work out this problem?
Differentiate.
First of all, we have to calculate the electrostatic field, isn't it? We have to calculate electrostatic field. Okay. Okay. First of all, we calculate electrostatic field between A and B. Great. Then someone is speaking.
Then differentiate dE by dr.
Exactly. Then differentiate it with respect to r and then equate it to zero. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's work it out. So यहाँ ध्यान रखो. For example, we'll calculate the electrostatic field somewhere here at this point. At this point, we'll set it a radial distance of small r from here. We'll try to calculate what the electrostatic field at this point. Okay. Great. But here in this very case, the electrostatic field at the point P will be contributed by number one by the point charge, that's Q, superposition principle, isn't it? And then we'll calculate the electrostatic field because of this answer. And take care of that this rho is its variable. Okay. So let's calculate the electrostatic field. So let me calculate the electrostatic field here. Okay. So electrostatic field will be equal to what? That will be equal to, I will use the, first of all, let's calculate the electrostatic field because of point charge, that's obviously equal to K multiplied by Q divided by R square. As simple as that. Or I can write it like this as well. It's equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q divided by R square. Like this I can write. This is the electrostatic field because of the point charge. Okay. Let's calculate next one electrostatic field at this point because of this rho. Fine. So for that I have to go for the Gauss law. I will have to use the Gauss law. Okay. Gauss law can be used number one when the rho is uniform, and number second when the rho is variable. But the condition for the Gauss law is that the charge density, it must be symmetric. Okay, it must have spherical symmetry, or it must have cylindrical symmetry, or it must have what? This plane symmetry. Okay, we are yet to do the examples of plane symmetry and cylindrical symmetry. We are doing the examples of spherical symmetry only. Okay, so I will use the Gauss law. So simply Gauss law is like this: integration of E dot dA. Okay, so I will increase the speed a bit, is equal to what? That's equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. So here I will write down 1 by epsilon naught integration of rho multiplied by d tau. Fine. Okay, now this term will be safely equal to E multiplied by 4 pi r square. I am sure ये आपको समझ में आया होगा. This will be here 1 by epsilon naught, isn't it? The rho is given to you as a function of r, that's K divided by 4 pi r. So K by 4 pi, pull them out. And this K is not electrostatic constant. It's constant, okay, some other constant. K divided by 4 pi, then what we have is this is 1 divided by r here, okay? Then here I will write down integration of this is here 1 by r into d tau will be equal to 4 pi r square dr, and the limits of integration will be from a to r. They will be from a to r, and then a is given to us, okay? So they will be from a to r. So here I am going to write it's equal to a to r, okay? So next what I will do is this, यहाँ ध्यान रखना बेटा. So next what I'm going to write is this. So we have calculated the electrostatic field here. So I will write down here electrostatic field multiplied by 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. And that's in turn equal to, this will be here k divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Let me write it here. This 4 pi and 4 pi will in the meanwhile it will cancel. So what we have is this. यहाँ सिर्फ आएगा बेटा. This will be equal to k divided by epsilon naught. K divided by epsilon naught. Then integration of what here? This will be r and r will cancel. So this will be r square by 2. Isn't it? R square by 2. Then applying lower limit and upper limit. So finally it will be something here 2, and then here it will be r square minus a square. Okay, so the electrostatic field finally will be equal to this. अच्छी तरह से यहाँ ध्यान रखना बेटा. So it will be equal to k multiplied by r square minus a square divided by, here it will be 2 4 so 8. So here it will be 8 pi epsilon naught multiplied by r square. This is the electrostatic field. Okay, this rather E2. Now the net electrostatic field will be obviously equal to E1 plus E2. So electrostatic field will be equal to E1 plus E2, where E1 is the electrostatic field due to the point charge and E2 is the electrostatic field because of the shell. Right? Okay, so E is how much now? E is equal to, I will write down first of all 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q divided by R square. Q divided by R square. Fine. Okay, this is the electrostatic field because of the point charge, and then this is the electrostatic field because of this. So plus K multiplied by R square minus A square divided by k divided by r square minus a square divided by what? 8 pi epsilon naught r square. So here it is 8 pi epsilon naught multiplied by r square. Right? Now this is the electrostatic field. Okay, so we have calculated the electrostatic field, isn't it? Okay, great. Now next what I can do is this. Let me modify it a bit. यहाँ थोड़ी सी modification कर लूँगा. So what I can take common here is this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Let me take that common. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Then here I can write it like this, q divided by r square. और यहाँ क्या आएगा बेटा? यहाँ आएगा plus, here it will be k divided by 2 multiplied by r square is 1 minus a square by r square. Right? Okay. Now it's a function of r. Okay. Now electrostatic field constant. So when the electrostatic field has to be constant, it implies that its first derivative must vanish. This implies that this dE divided by dr must vanish, must be equal to 0. Now avoid this constant. So calculate the differentiation of this and then the differentiation of this. Okay, so it will be like this. So it means dE by dr will be how much? dE by dr will be how much? This here q divided by r square. The numerator will be r raised power minus 2. Then it will be minus 2. It will be nx raised power n minus 1. So that is equal to minus 2 r raised power minus 3, isn't it? So it will be like this. It will be simply minus 2 times q divided by r cube will be the differentiation of this. Fine, r raised power minus 2. इसकी difference आएगी minus 2 r raised power minus 2 divided by r cube. Okay, then q will remain as because there is a constant. Then q by 2 into 1, difference of 1 will be simply equal to 0. तो यहाँ क्या आएगा पहले? यहाँ आएगा पहले minus k multiplied by a square divided by 2. First of all this term, isn't it? Because a square is a constant, it will remain as such, k divided by 2. Then this negative sign. Then differentiation of r raised power minus 2. What is that? That's again equal to minus 2. So here I am going to write it. So here I will write it. It will be again equal to minus 2 divided by r cube. Minus 2 divided by r cube, isn't it? Okay. So that will be in turn equal to 0. So this in turn equal to 0. Equate this into 0. And this here negative, this become positive, 2 and 2 will cancel. So यहाँ आएगा बेटा k a square divided by r cube is positive, and this will go here. So this will be twice q divided by r cube. R cube and r cube is going to cancel. So it will cancel. So what we have is this k. अब k निकालना है. That's equal to twice q divided by a square. Now finally substitute the value of the q and a square. So 2 multiplied by, what is the value of q? Up the q. What is the value of q? So q value is equal to 10 to the power minus 3. So here I am going to write it. It is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 divided by, then the a is also given to us. What is the value of a? A is equal to 1 centimeter. That it is 10 to the power minus 2 meters. So यहाँ आएगा बेटा 10 to the power minus 4. So it is in turn equal to 2 into 10 to the power 1. So that's equal to 20. So the answer is simply 20. Fine. Okay, and you can calculate what are the units. We are not bothered about that. So k is equal to 20. It will be simply k is equal to 20. Let me write it in a perfect order. So k will be equal to 20 coulomb per meter square. Coulomb per meter square, like this. So this is the answer to the problem. Okay, asked in just 2017. I'm sure अच्छी तरह से ये example आपको समझ में आई होगी. Okay, is there any doubt in this problem? Is there any doubt in this problem? In this problem, is there any doubt? Okay, this is what we have done. Then this I minimized some steps here because I expect that you must be well acquainted with simple step. Okay, so simply calculate electrostatic field and then find its derivative with respect to r. तो कोई rocket science नहीं है, ज़्यादा difficult differentiation इसमें कुछ आई नहीं. Then equate it to 0 and then from there you can calculate with K safely. Okay, next next example number 4 is there. Okay, example number 4 is like what? Consider how charged shell of inner radius A, outer radius B. Great. The volume carrier density is rho equal to K divided by R square. In the region A, into this, then the magnitude of electrostatic field produced at a distance of R greater than A. So first of all, let me make, this was a home assignment, okay? So let me again put it as a home assignment because now you can do it. Okay, I expect that. It's like this, simply it's like this. This is a spherical shell. Asked in net test number 2012. Inner radius is given that is equal to A and outer radius is given that is equal to B. And here it is charge density is that's non-uniform. And that's given to you rho is equal to K divided by R square where K is a constant. Fine. You are supposed to calculate electrostatic field in the two different regions. Number one, R greater than A implies that between A and B and greater than B. So greater than B, obviously it will be proportional 1 divided by R square because whatever will be the charge density, whether it is uniform or it's non-uniform, whether it is spherical shell or it is hollow sphere or solid sphere, whatever, the electrostatic field outside will be always proportional 1 divided by R square. Okay, then from here to here you can safely calculate it and then accordingly. Okay, so this is a home lesson for you. I'm sure you must be able to do it now. Okay, great. अब देख लो बेटा example number 5. Let's do example number 5. Okay, it's asked in net June 2014. So let's work it out. अच्छी तरह से यहाँ ध्यान रखना बेटा. Okay, so concentrate here. If you're comfortable with this 10 p.m. class, that will be highly great for me, okay? Because I'm a bit skewed at that time. So if you're comfortable at the 10 p.m., then please do inform me. It will be highly great for me, okay? I can give class continuously at 10 p.m. So there is question number 5 is like this: a solid sphere of radius r has a charge density given by this, okay? Where r is the radial distance, if the magnitude of electric field at small r equal to r. Okay, let's first of all make a solid and then from there on we can work it out. So it's like this. Here we had a solid sphere given to you. Its radius is given that is equal to r. Perfect. So its radius is given that is equal to r. Has a charge density. Charge density is variable that is given to you. Rho is equal to what? That is equal to rho naught into 1 minus AR by capital R. Okay, so A is a constant, small r divided by capital R, by capital R is the radius and small r is the radial distance. Fine, this is given to you variable charge density, but small r is the radial distance. If the magnitude of electric field at small r equal to r by 2, so what is given to you is this, that the electrostatic field at a distance of small r equal to r by 2 at the halfway.